Up next, we have Jose Sierra, and after that, Janet Didle.
Ma'am, they always taught me to speak to the people. The most important people are always the people in the crowd. My name is Jose Sierra Jr. I represent an organization called Two Countries, One Lie. We are trying to tell the truth in what this is all about here in Texas. The truth is, the Alamo is a lie. The Alamo, I'm not here to debate it. I'm here to tell you, they have made it into a shrine for people that are called heroes. And I want to tell you something. That's not a shrine for heroes. That's a den for thieves. Those people that were in that Alamo at that time, I know you may not like it. That's fine. That's fine. You may not like it. Give me my due. Give me my due. They were slave owners and the land grabbers. And those people deserved what they got because when Santana rolled in, Santana told them that the Constitution said that there's no slavery here because this was still Mexico. Like it or not, it was Mexico in 1835-36. The problem is they wanted to keep their slaves. So this is nothing more than a legacy for people that own slaves. I don't praise anybody that owns slaves. You shouldn't either. But I will tell you this. There are 3 treaties involved with this Alamo. It's land that it sits on, and the porciones around it were Mexican or Spanish land grants. In 1848, the Treaty of Hidalgo-Guadalupe gave the United States this state of Texas and other states also. The problem is, when they became a state, they started stealing the land from my forefathers, Tejanos, the Mexicanos that were here, and they were the people that owned this land before any Anglo got here. And I hate to say it, but that's the history. But the problem was, they got all their land stolen within 1 generation, 20 years. 95% of the land grants were stolen. Legally, yeah, I know. They changed names, and 37 courthouses burned down in 60 years to destroy records. So the Anglos, people like Richard King, Mifflin Kennedy, and another man named Charles Stillman, who all had ideas about stealing land from Mexicans legally, either through coercion or murder or just insidious things that they could do to get them off their lands. There's the 3 treaties I speak to are 1848, the Treaty of Hidalgo-Guadalupe, where the lands were, that's why we're called Two Countries, One Lie. Because the one lie is that my ancestors were told they were U.S. citizens with full rights, and that didn't happen. It's still not happening. I know you don't like that, but it's the truth. The 1923 treaty to rectify this stolen lands that was taken was brought up between Mexico and the United States. And the United States and Mexico decided that these people were wrong and they were going to give them either the land or the money at market value, what it was worth. In 1941, they didn't get anything. In 23 and 41, they had the final treaty. I'm sorry, I'm going to finish my statement. In 1941, they gave $193 million as reparations. First time in history. Do you people know that? Look it up. Because the United States gave $193 million for the Tejanos that had lost their lands to Mexico, and they had no business doing that since we were U.S. citizens. They violated our 5th and 14th Amendments, and now we stand here as a people that are invisible to the United States. Nobody talks about our history. Everybody is here, has the history taught in Texas, but no Mexicans have their history told, and the truth needs to be put out there. The 41 convention, the $193 million from FDR was given to Mexico on behalf of the Tejanos, and they kept the money. And there was an oil bailout. I do a presentation. I'll be willing to show anybody this presentation. I've been to 3 high-profile attorneys, and they all agree we were wrong. But there's a statute of limitations on the 1941 convention that keeps us from getting justice. And we are asking as Tejanos, we want that Alamo back. We're going to take it back. I want 1 million Mexicanos, Tejanos to be there when we call a rally there to show you that this is important to Mexicans. So I want to tell you that this time is coming, and you better come to the reckoning that you have to deal with us because it's time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Up next,